Meanwhile, on the corporate front, SKhainik's staged a stellar performance last year on the back of strong demand for AI memory. Our Eun-hee has more.
SKhainik's, the world's second-largest memory chip maker, has announced that it recorded its highest-ever revenue and operating profit in 2024, driven by the strong demand for high-bandwidth memory. The company said Thursday that its revenue surpassed 66 trillion Korean won, or around $46 billion, marking a 102% increase compared to the previous year. Operating profit turned positive, soaring to just over $16 billion. Last year's fourth quarter also saw a record-high operating profit of over $6 billion. SKhainik's reported record revenue surpassing 2022 by over $14 billion, and its operating profit exceeded the 2018 peak. One expert says the first half of this year is expected to be very promising, noting Trump's AI initiative.
Given the new launch of Trump government, semiconductor industry in general and HBM in particular, there are a lot of good materials to push SKhainik's stock price at the moment. So it is quite positive in the short-term based.
Meanwhile, LG Electronics achieved record high revenue in 2024, reaching approximately $61 billion, a 6.6% increase compared to the previous year. This growth was driven by strong performance in its core home appliance business and expanding automotive electronics sector, which has seen 9 years of consecutive growth. This marks the company's highest revenue in 2 years. However, both annual and quarterly operating profit declined, attributed to slower recovery in global consumer electronics demand and rising logistics costs. The company experienced an earnings shock in quarter 4, with operating profit halving and falling more than 56% year-on-year to over $93 million. On the same day, Hyundai Motor also released last year's revenue data, reporting over 175 trillion Korean won, or more than $121 billion, which is up 7.7% on-year, but operating profit declined 5.9% to around $9.7. Hyundai Motor's revenue for the fourth quarter of 2024 rose nearly 12% compared to the same period last year, driven by strong sales of high-value models, including hybrid and Genesis vehicles, which boosted the average selling price. However, quarter 4 operating profit fell 17% to almost $2 billion, impacted by higher incentives, external uncertainties, and a sharp rise in exchange rates. A Hyundai official stated that despite these challenges, the company continues to grow, supported by strong North American sales and increasing hybrid model sales. Eun-hee, Arirang News.